Hi everyone, it's me, Robyn, and welcome to my my Tuesday tutorial. I can't remember what I called it for a second. Carly just left this morning, so I'm kind of bumming around today. It's been so nice having my best friend here this weekend, to be able to have somebody to craft with again. It's been years since I've had someone to just hang out in my craft room and stamp together, and it was just so fun. We worked on our swaps for our team. For my downline. We have a monthly group swap, if you didn't already know about that. And so we're working on that, and we finished it up, and so I'm going to show you what I made for my team swap. And it actually, I think it turned out really cute. I was loving it. You know how you are, but maybe it was because it was like midnight, and we're kind of like getting a little trunky, T-R-U-N-K-Y. That means a little like, it's late. But anyway, so I'm going to show you what I made. I'm using 2 stamp sets, and I love Flower Shop by Stampin' Up. You can get any of these products if you go on my website, on my mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. You can order anything that you see that I show in my videos, and it will be shipped directly and delivered to your door. This one is really fun, Flower Shop, and it has a punch that matches it. And I'm going to show you a little tip that I have on lining it up, lining the punch up with your stamp once you stamp it. And this is my favorite. I love making thank you cards and birthday cards. Those are probably my 2 favorite. Well, of course, they're like the most used, right? Thank you and birthday. But I use thank you a lot. And I love one big meaning. And it's all these different ways to say thank you. And I use this stamp set on, I don't remember which day of the week. It's one of the videos I did last week with, you know, little monkey, the little zoo babies. I used this stamp set with it. So it's very versatile. And I like to have stamp sets that I can use for more than one project. This is a great stamp set to use with your die cuts. If you're not really interested in Stampin' Up images just yet, and you're kind of transitioning and trying the 2 together, try this one, One Big Meaning. I approve. It works wonderfully with your die cut creations, cards, scrapbook pages, gift items. It's awesome. So let's go ahead and get to my craft table and start stamping. All right, before I can move these over here. Okay, before I get started with today's video, I got a call in between while I'm filming this from one of my longtime viewers, Annette. Hi, Annette. And she had a question about the stamp, so I thought I would share it with everybody because I like to inform you guys as the question arises. So I'm going to show you Stampin' Up when you're looking through the idea book and catalog. Has 3 different types of stamps. So there are 3 different types to choose from. This is the first kind that I used to use all the time. This is the wood mounted, and it's red rubber. So usually if a stamp in the catalog has 2 different prices, one will be the wood mounted, and it'll say wood mounted, and it comes with the wood mounted, and it comes with the wood block. So if you like to stamp, you know, the way that you were taught how to stamp years ago, and you like to hold on to the wood and you want it permanently on there, this is for you. This is the wood mounted, okay? And I kept one of those guys to show you. Okay, then you have, under the same stamp, you have what says clear mount. Now the clear mount does not mean that it's clear. So this is just called clear mount because it does not have a mount. The mount that you use are the clear mounts, the clear blocks, the acrylic blocks. And they're called clear mounts because you can put them on here, and you don't have the wood in the way. You can just see right through it, okay? And there are stickers if you want to stick these on the other side so you can actually see what it's saying when you're stamping it. You can do that. I prefer not to do that. I think it sticks better without it, and I know what it's going to say because I'm putting it on it like this. Yay, okay. Now when these come, you just simply peel off the back cover and it'll go on here. It's not going to be sticky. It's just going to have the cling mount on it. Okay, so the third kind you can get, now the third kind only gives you one choice. There's usually not, on most of them, there's not a choice to get wood, clear mount, or photopolymer. So photopolymer is usually in a category of its own. It'll just have one price and it'll say photopolymer. So these are the photopolymer, and look, they come like all my stamp sets that I used to sell. They come already on the sheet, and these are the nice, high quality photopolymer stamps that you can put in here and put them on your shelf. So I like that they're all in the same box. Should I zoom out? I don't know. Anyway, those are the 3 differences. So let's go ahead and get started with our project today. And we're using the Flower Shop and the One Big Meaning. And I'll show you guys these up close because I know that you couldn't see them. I watched the video back and there was a big glare. Sorry about that, guys. A big glare on there. I think when I film with my overhead lights on, there's always a glare. So these are the clear mount, okay? Clear mount. And I'm going to show you a trick to lining these up because they coordinate with a punch. And here we go. All right, we're ready to officially start. So we are using also the Modern Mosaic embossing folder, and we're using Stampin' Up's Deco Labels, Big Shot, framelits, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to make 2 cards at the same time because I try to do more than one when I'm making cards, so I'm not just doing all the work for one card. So I have everything here. I'm going to show you how I'm doing this. Here we go. Okay, this is the Stampin' Up trimmer, and I love it because it has a nice wide base. This is the Ultra Smooth, or I'm sorry, the Whisper White thick cardstock. So it's got a thicker weight to it, so you can use it for card bases. And I'm going to cut this in half at 5.5. Oops, I lost my blade. Let me put my blade back on real quick. Okay, I'm going to do this at 5.5, so you can get 2 cards out of 5.5, out of 8.5 by 11. And now while we have this here, I have the score up in the top, and I'll turn it so you can see it. Since I'm working with my small area today, we're going to score this at 4 1/4. And I have a scoring blade up here, so I just keep them both on at the same time. There's my scoring blade. And this one is my scoring blade. So really it's almost just as fast to do more than 1 card at a time. I know sometimes you think, oh, it's going to double the time, but it's not actually. It just adds a little few more minutes on. Okay, so now this is just a half a sheet of cardstock, and we're going to cut this for the base of the card. So we're going to cut it, I have it out right now 5.5 by 8.5. I don't know what's on my hand. Okay, so now I'm going to cut it so it is 5 1/4. 5 1/4, and then I'm going to cut it to where it's at 4, and then I'm going to cut 4 again right here. So it's 4 by 5 1/4 each of these. So now I already have 2 bases, and then I have our 2 layers, then I have 2 card bases. Set this aside, throw it in my garbage. I actually have my craft room cleaned up somewhat. I was going to say it looks really nice, but then I look around and it's not as clean as I had thought it was a second ago. Okay, my camera just totally died, so I had like a lot of this stuff done and I have to do it again, but that's okay. Alright, we're using the magnetic platform, and I forgot to tell you the colors I'm using. Some other colors. So this is Old Olive cardstock, and this is Bermuda Bay right here. And we're going to use the magnetic platform, and we're using the Stampin' Up Deco Labels framelits. Can you guys see that? And we're using the second size right here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cut this twice on here. Got that on there, and then put your 2 plates on top, or put it in the middle, however you want to do it. Okay, do it 1 time through, and I'm going to do it another time, and it just pops it out. You guys see that? It's so cute. And remember, I'm doing 2. So we'll go ahead and just have this set up again. Stick it in there. Put these on top, and while we have our big shot out, we'll go ahead and do our embossing. The dry embossing with the embossing folder. And we don't need our magnetic plate. Let me set that aside. Put my everything away that I'm done using. See if I can remember to do that. Okay, I'm using just the regular multi-purpose platform, and you're going to open it to tab 2. Stick it in here, and I'm going to take both of my images that I just cut, stick them in the mosaic folder, the Modern Mosaic embossing folder, stick it in there, and then, whoops, accidentally moved it. put it right through here. Did you guys have a good day today? I hope you did. It was really actually nice here. Nice and beautiful. Besides the fact that Carly went home, it was a pretty nice day. Okay, we're just gonna run this through the Big Shot. And then we can put the Big Shot away and finish the card super quick. Look how fast that is. Just gonna set everything aside. Just here. Okay, let's finish these cards up. Look at how cute this is. How nice and embossed. Can you guys see that? Super awesome. I love the deep embossed look with the Stampin' Up! Sizzix embossing folders, and I do see a difference. They're a little bit deeper than the other ones I've worked with in the past. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp. You guys ready to stamp? Let's stamp, let's stamp. We're using the Calypso Coral cardstock, and I'm going to stamp it right here. Now, I told you a trick I'm going to teach you guys. So I like the unmounted as opposed to the wood mounted that I just showed you guys. And I'm going to use this one right here. But if you see, there's the punch. This is the pansy punch that we're using with it. And it goes along with the stamp. So you have to stamp it the right way for it to line up. And you have to use a little scratch piece of paper, and through trial and error, once you find the correct way that it's supposed to go, this is what I've done. I've taken my Sharpie, and it's pink, of course, and I've put a little label that has a direction up. And let me get my, these are my blocks, you know, the block case from Stampin' Up! I love it. I'm going to grab the correct block that I need. And if you guys have any doubt or any questions on which block to use, it's in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. They tell you the recommended blocks for every stamp set. Okay, so just stick that on there, that side up. And now we're going to use the Calypso Coral Classic ink pad, Stampin' Pad. And I'm going to stamp this twice, just kind of right at the bottom. Well, not too close to the bottom. You want to be able to have that punch go around it. Okay, set this aside. We are almost done with this card, guys. These cards, there's two of them. Look at how well that matches up. Do you guys see how well that lines up? And we just punch it out. I love the stamped and punched through the stamped and framelit look. I just really am enjoying that. I'm trying to clean up as I go. Okay, so what we're going to do next, let's take our two card bases here, our card layers, and we're using Old Olive. And let me just grab one of the blocks that I have out already. Okay, so let's go ahead and use one tiny word with one big meaning. Thanks. I really like that one. It's one of my favorite ones, and I think we just used it last week on another card. And that's the great thing about it, is you want stamp sets that are versatile, that you're not just going to use one time. That you're going to make sure that you pull out often and you love them. And you put them to work and to use. Okay, we're just going to ink that up with the Old Olive ink pad. Stamp it on the right corner. Super easy, like so. And I just thought of something. I don't know if I'm going to have enough of my for both, but we will see. Oh, I might. Okay, so this is how I measure it. This is going to go around twice, so I kind of see how I'm going to do it. And then I'll cut it. You guys are getting all my tricks today on this video. All the tricks that I've had that I forget to share. Cut it, and then this is how, I had to teach Carly this yesterday. I was having her cut a million things because I was sending out thank you cards to my customers for the last couple months, and we had to make quite a bit of cards, and so she was helping me, and she was taking a long time. So I said, just stick it between these two fingers. If you're mass producing, you line these up, and then you just pull it really quick like this. And you can just cut it in your hand, leave it between your two fingers, and then you're ready for the next one to match up and pull it straight. You guys see that? It's just so much faster to do it that way. I had a plenty. I have enough to do probably 2 more. Okay, so now put my Stampin' scissors away. We're going to use, I have to show you, I cannot wait to show you my craft room tour because I have the best thing. I have one of those IKEA carts, and I have it next to my station, and I just move it everywhere I want to work in my office. And so when Carly was here, we were working on our swaps over on my other table and watching Little House on the Prairie. I got her hooked. And it was nice to have it in between us and have all of my tools that I need right on the cart. It was awesome. I'll show it to you guys on one of my next videos, okay? So this, we're going to use the cheater double method. So we're gonna double it around, but still using the cheater. So no bows or ties or anything. And do it on one side, and then I'm going to do it shallow, kind of smaller on one side and bigger on the other. Do you guys see that? So it's like wider over here and shorter over here. Come around and tape it. Let's quickly do it to the other one while we have it here to show you how quick and simple it is. Take your tape, and I do one finger, two fingers. So I have them on my finger. I mean, these are, if you're making, especially with Christmas coming up, guys, I cannot wait for my Christmas classes. You guys are gonna love them. But with Christmas coming up, you want, if you're making a lot of cards, you need some shortcuts so you don't have to be working on them forever. And I've done that before where I didn't know a lot of the shortcuts in the beginning, and now I do because I make a lot of cards. I do. I just love to make cards, and I do give them out. I don't keep them as much as I used to. I use them for church and for family. Okay, so what we're going to do now, let me fold these over and get this ready. Let's go ahead and put our base on. We're going to fold both of these over. You're going to want to use a bone folder most likely, and mine is all loved. I've had this one for years. I even had to write my initials on it so it wouldn't get accidentally picked up on accident. Do you like how I said that? Accidentally end up in somebody else's crafting supplies on accident. So now I know that it's not theirs, it's mine. Give it back. Okay, we're gonna take our adhesive, and with something that it has, you know, that's like lifted up, or if you're using textured embossed, I always do like full. If it's just flat on flat, I just use the four corners, trying to save my adhesive. So that's simple. And then you just flip it over. And I love the new thick Whisper White cardstock because before, I love the Ultra Smooth, first of all. It is the best stamping surface there is out there for white cardstock. But I love that it's thick now so you can use it for card bases, so it's not so flimsy. It's just great. Okay, one big million thanks. Okay, you guys, we're almost done. So let's take these right here, these two pieces, and let's use my dimensionals. And Carly and I used so many of these last night for my swaps, and then, like I said, for the thank you cards. So this is basically the same as the thank you cards that I have sent out to customers. So if you're on my customer list and you've spent over a certain amount, you will get a thank you card from me in the mail. I just wanted to thank you guys for supporting me and, you know, being so good to me when I made such a big change for you guys. You're so used to me doing one thing, and then I completely changed, but I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm really the happiest I've been in my crafting world in a long time. I'm feeling very creative, and I just appreciate all of your support. It really, truly means a lot to me. You guys are just so awesome. I have the best stamping friends in the world. Okay, so look at how cute this is. Are you guys like so excited? I'm so excited. I just love this card. Carly made the cutest swap card, so I'm trying to encourage her to make a video for it so she can share it with you guys, but she hasn't yet, and I saw it, and I was kind of feeling, you know when you're uninspired and your friend is sitting there totally inspired, and you're like, oh great, my card's gonna suck, and hers is so cute. So I was just like, ah, and then I just started like pulling things, and I did some different colors, and nothing worked, and then this came to me, and I'm like, oh, this is the cutest thing ever. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out, you guys have to see how my scrapbook room is just so organized now. It's just awesome for me because I have everything at my fingertips. Okay, so look at how cute these look now. So I'm gonna take some of these pearls, and actually, the ones I did for the swap. So if you're watching this and you're in my downline and you've signed up for our swap this month, you're gonna be getting a different version of this, but so act surprised. So I'm using these pearls. These are the self-adhesive embellishments, metal rimmed pearls, and I'm gonna use these. You can just peel off the back and stick them on the middle. Look at how elegant this card is, just so pretty. I'm sorry guys, I just love it so much. I'm not trying to be like, I'm so good, because you guys know I'm really not the most creative some of the time, but I try. I do my best. But you guys can do it too. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. It doesn't have to be perfect, but this card is close to perfect. It's super cute. So look at, so I did it with a pearl. Look at how cute. Okay, so this is the one I did with the swap. I used the embellishments that are in the new holiday mini catalog. These are awesome gems that you can put on that have like a little, they're just so shiny and so cute. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Have a great day. Today is Tuesday. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Bye.